Hello everyone, this is part 2 of the beautiful Edith Holden journal. I've learned something new today. Apparently I can only take videos that last 33 minutes and 10 seconds. So we stopped with the bees and this is part 2 and I'm going to finish this. So it's just gorgeous. So there are the bees again. Look at the bee paper. I love bees. We should all love bees. They are amazing for the nature and all the things that they do for us, pollinating the flowers and everything. So do not kill bees, people. So here, and I didn't realize this until of course I'd gone through the entire book, so I had to go in and retie everything. So I'm having fun, but it's worth it. So worth it. A little butterfly on nestled in some cheesecloth there. That's sweet. It's a little notebook. Whenever I see these, I want to go and color them. So I probably will color mine. It's like, oh, this is a coloring book. Yep, I need to color it. More stenciling, beautiful lace. Ivy. Ivy's another favorite of mine. J is for Jack by the hedge. That'll be fun to read. Beautiful graphics. And here we have a little wren attached to the top of an envelope. And inside are little cards for trees. Sweet, sweet, sweet. And the fox, isn't he sweet? And there's that sweet little die stamp of the fern. My favorite leaf ribbon. Again, off of the pages. I love this off of the page bit. Really cool. And that, I now know, I've never seen one, is a badger. And look how she's done the cheesecloth. I've dyed mine, but only in like a brown, you know, with a tea stain and coffee stain. This is dyed green, so it's probably eco dyed. And that is a neat, I don't know much about the badger. I'm not even sure if we have badgers here in the United States. Maybe up north, I don't know. I've never heard of any down here, but that doesn't mean anything. But when I first saw the picture, when I first opened it up, when I got the journal, I was like, what in the world is that? So, neat little history lesson. And that's the really wonderful thing about it. Not only are we perpetuating artwork of artists that people may or may not have ever seen again, but we're also doing bits of history lesson and showing things about nature and different things that have happened. And you know, I love to learn. I like to learn something new every day. I believe these are pheasants. Really neat artwork there. Sweet. And I love this closure. It's just a little tab closure. I never even thought to do this. I mean, how cool. And got that cut work. And in here, fun, 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 are mushrooms. Fussy cut mushrooms. And this is a sticker. So I thought that was really cool. A couple of friends of mine are very much into mushrooms, toadstools, and that type of thing. Isn't that beautiful? She made the stamp. And then it sits right down in here. And more badger pictures. Look at the squirrel. This is napkin decoupage. So beautiful. Beautiful use of color. And look at this charm. Purple and green bead. Purple and green are marvelous together. Just think of purple flowers with green leaves. That's how well it goes together. A lot of people don't think they do, but they always go together. I've never seen an instance where they didn't. There's another little badger. I'll be seeing badgers now forever. Beautiful card. Another one of these wonderful notebook envelopes where there's a spine here that she's apparently attached it to, so that you basically have an envelope here and an envelope here and a spine so that you can put it in a journal. Isn't that gorgeous? More cut work on the bottom. Perfect way to use whole pages of Edith Holden. Little squirrel and an acorn. A deer. Milkwort. And white bryony. Some stenciling. Oh, and this little thing. This came undone. It's a little stamp. Wildcat. Beautiful little wildcat. And it goes right there. So I'll reattach that. That's no problem at all. So beautiful. And here we have the Avon Gorge. If I'm not mistaken, that gorge is between Bristol and Nailsea, I believe. If it's the one I'm thinking about. So it's like a little booklet with a pocket. That's an excellent idea. And that's the suspension bridge. So I'm curious if this is the Clifton Nailsea suspension bridge. I'm not sure. My mother-in-law lived there for many years in Bristol, and my father-in-law lived in Nailsea, and that's what it kind of looks like. Suspension bridge was built in the Clifton suspension bridge, early 1800s, I believe, early to mid 1800s. Amazing feat. And I've just got to check with my husband to make sure this is the right one. But you've got this massive gorge in here, so beautiful. And there's a place on the Bristol side where it's a smooth rock, and it's gotten smoother over the decades because you descend into a certain area, but children have sat on their little bums and slid down the this rock face. It's not terribly steep, and you know, kids, they'll jump into anything. And our girls slid down that rock face, and so did our granddaughter Isabel. If this is the same one, and it was on the, as I said, it's on the Bristol side of the Clifton suspension bridge, and it would have been right over in this area here. And they didn't live very far from here at all. And the rock has been literally worn smooth by decades and decades and decades of children and adults. Let's face it, we know adults have done this too. So I'm hoping that's the right one, but that is just so cool. So Jane, this is amazing. This is like part of my family history, my husband's family history. Put this in here so I don't lose him. I need to attach him. And this is pheasants and an echo-dyed envelope. And here we have another beautiful page. More thistles. I love thistles. And ferns. Although I don't think this is a fern. I'm not sure what it is, but similar to a fern, but not quite. Such beauty. Pheasants here. I think those are pheasants. Another beautiful tag. Look at the cut work. There you can see it a little bit easier. And I just make plain pockets, so I definitely have to up my game. Look at this, a little snippet of lace and thin brown paper, and then the little picture and more lace on top. Beautiful. And I love the artist, whoever did this artwork. She said she'd used a couple of older books that she'd had, and I've got to find out which ones. This is in Soho, London. It's just a section of, if I'm not mistaken, it's a very artsy section of London. Just really neat. Beautiful colors. Look how she's fussy cut the leaf around here just to look like it's edging the paper, and framing this. Here we have more fussy cutting. My thistles. And then beautiful cards. Isn't that sweet? More fussy cutting. Beautiful. Privet fruit. And the woody nightshade fruit. More stenciling. You see, this is blackberry fruit and dog rose fruit, or rose hips. That's what we call these little red things, rose hips. Toadstools, a little bit of burlap. I never would have put that all together, but it sure does look good. Sweet little pocket with these little cards in there. So sweet. She said, Jane had told me that doing this book kept her sane during all this COVID nonsense. And so I'm happy that she enjoyed making it and that it gave her peace. I mean, how could it not give you peace and beauty? It's just so out of this world. I love the pictures where they all study the eggs. All the different... I don't think we have all the birds over here, but we have a lot of them. Sweet little. And there's another charm. It's a tree. Beautiful charm. More fussy cutting. Let me see if I can show you easier. There. You can see it better. I hate to do fussy cutting, but I love the look of it. Two little black and white, and I think these are, no, these aren't Edith Holden ones, but they are, it's appropriate. It's like they were made for the book. Beautiful bird. And this, I thought this was so neat. Underneath, I'm thinking you can see it there. You can see the outline. It's the leaves that are in the Edith Holden book. They've been fussy cut, and then they've been overlaid with a piece of what looks like tissue paper that's been stained, and then she's just, you know, captured it all under the thread. Elm, oak, beech, chestnut, and sycamore. That's just such a cool idea. And then here we have another envelope. I like the way this is done. She's just cut out a separate piece and attached it. What that does is reinforce that if you're constantly opening it and closing it. I've got a pocket there. So beautiful. And here we have some of these do not want, paper clips get caught in the edge of the threads. Little cards inside, bugs, and mushrooms. And I think there's another one down. Yeah, there's some little butterflies, sweet little things. And see, that's the page from the Edith Holden where she's fussy cut the leaves out and put them here. This one is there. This one is here, and this one is here. I like the idea. You can put a little title on there if you want. So that's that one. And beautiful. That goes in here. And then you can also, in addition to putting this down here, you can use that as a tuck spot. Toadstools. Look at him. Oh, he almost looks like that wildcat. Actually, he looks like our cat now, Sebastian. He initially belonged to our daughter, and we've kind of adopted him permanently, I'm hoping. He is this coloring, and he's about that big. He's huge. My other daughter has another cat, Wesson. Long story there, but he is even bigger than Sebastian. Sebastian weighed in 2 days ago at 15 pounds, and that's a little tuck spot. He weighed in at 15 pounds, and Wesson, who they call Bubby, as in Bubble Butt, weighs in at about 20 pounds. So massive, massive cats. We love cats. Had cats pretty much. Well, in the military, we're traveling around. Cats are a lot easier. Dogs, I love dogs, especially large dogs, Labradors and Collies, and just all of your big dogs. I think they're wonderful, but a lot of work. So that's why we've not had them in being in the military. A lot more work than cats. There's a sweet little mushroom, a couple of mushrooms, little charm there. And look at this, so sweet. I'm not going to pull him out because he's kind of stiff and I don't want to, nope, I'm not going to screw around with him. Precious, precious, precious. I love that look. And here she's made another envelope, made a little stamp, cut work here, places to write. Open this one up. And this one's a pocket. Okay, come on, you. Out you go. Jan, with best wishes, hope you like the journal. We are so, so, so far beyond like, I must have used the word beautiful, and I don't think I've used enchanting yet, so we'll go with enchanting as well, and gorgeous and marvelous and wonderful and stunning and beautiful, and it just goes and goes. The end. The two little mice. So sweet. Oh goodness, and she's done a little journal in the back pocket. Little beads. Oh goodness. I'd like to say I'm speechless, but I'm never speechless. But I hereby declare this is the most beautiful Edith Holden journal I have ever seen in my entire life. And it's phenomenal. I mean, look at this. So gorgeous. Jane, this is your third journal, and I am so honored to, I will swap journals with you all the time, anytime you want. My problem is you probably won't want to swap with me after you've seen mine. It's just, it's amazing. And this fabric. So, there you have it. The most beautiful Edith Holden journal in existence anywhere. And that is done by Jane Lockwood in the UK. Darlington, I believe, is where she lives, in England. So for Jane and for myself, we hope you're having a blessed week. Take care of yourselves. And so from Darlington, England, and from Madison, Alabama, take care. Hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.